You want to sit this side?
Yeah.
That's why we're having this program that we're going to start running here for beginners and teach them, maybe to progress quicker, and just to enjoy it. We're interviewing Mike. Mike is one of our local surfers here in Asia. Aware Melkbos Boichi that moved to Asia how long ago?
2.5 years.
2.5 years now. You stay in Asia. You miss Melkbos. Waves wise.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit more options there.
Yeah.
And I think the water, if I'm not imagining, is a little bit warmer.
So we surf here about 4.3s and occasionally a 5.4. Wooded booties.
Sure.
Sometimes, Mike, a couple of questions for beginner surfers. I want to ask you the first one. Biggest mistake that held you back as a beginner? How long ago did you start surfing?
Sure.
Like me, we started in
I started when I was 42, so...
Yeah, 42?
Yeah. When I met my wife, she pushed me in...
she started like 2.5 years old.
Before she could walk.
Yeah.
She threw me on we were on holiday, she put me on I think it was a sort of 7.6, like a mid-range type of board. Pushed me in at Vic Bay, hopped on
Did she push you like?
She just pushed me into the wave and I hopped up.
Normally the other way around.
I was, and I was just like standing on this board and I turned around and I said, this is what I'm going to do now.
In Vic Bay?
Yeah. And then I went and bought a wetsuit, I stopped gymming, I stopped all the other spinning, I stopped I just resigned from all of it and I bought a suit and I just got into the water as much as I could.
Yeah, it was hooked.
Hooked.
Yeah.
They say once the sand goes between your toes, it's game over.
It's game over. Okay, biggest mistake that held you back as a beginner?
I think I was lucky because when I was when I was a teenager, I was diving a lot, so I kind of understood the ocean a little bit. I think the biggest lesson, I was like battling with the ocean for about 2-3 months. I just like, why are these oaks doing this? I just couldn't get to the back. I couldn't understand how to read the rip and that. And then a guy came and sat down with me the one day I was battling at the coastline down Bloberg there somewhere, and like Dadders or Easters, and I just couldn't get to the back. And this guy just sat with me and he explained to me how to utilize the rip, how to wait for sets. And the next minute I got to the back and I thought, like almost without even getting my hair wet, and I was sitting at the back and thinking, geez, that was pretty easy.
Yeah.
And I think it was that moment where you connect, where you're not fighting the ocean anymore, but you're working with the ocean, because you lose against the ocean if you fight it. So, and then getting to the back, and then the set came through, and I thought, oh my goodness, this stuff's a lot bigger than it looks. And how do I get out now?
What do you wish someone had told you on day one?
Can I swim? I think the most important thing is like just whatever you do, hold on to your board. Don't let go of your board. And for the main reason is you're going to come up. If you lose your board, you don't know if you're coming up.
We spoke to a big wave surfer once, and he says it's very seldom when you're longer than 10 seconds underwater. Except scorpions. But I mean.
And then obviously to remain exceptionally, calm.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think most common paddling pop-up mistakes beginners make? So think now, you surf in the back line and you see there's a beginner in the water. What do you think is the mistake?
I think hopping on your knee first instead of just straight onto your feet.
That slows you down completely. And takes out of
it builds that bad habit, so you often like hesitate when you're on your knee.
Fear. That is fear, actually.
True.
What board would you put a toe to beginner on, and why do you say that?
I think it's very different for. It depends on your age, how fit you are, how smart you are in the water. So I think if you really like I don't know, from the UK, then maybe on a soft top.
Yeah.
But you know, I started off with a 7.6 mini mile, and it was a custom made board for me, so it was nice and thick on the, you know, buoyant. And yeah, once I sort of got going and down the line, and cruising down the line on the, you know, along the white water, or just ahead of it, then you start progressing into something more.
All depends on the person.
Yeah.
I mean, some
And
people you start on a soft top, others you can
Yeah.
start straight.
And-
That's why we in our surf school and our surf program, we've got different boards, and you start with the big one and the buoyant one, and if you see, okay, this guy really goes quickly,
Yeah.
you skip some on the board, or you go to the next level
Exactly.
quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
depends on the
But
person.
always keep the big board, because there's always
Yeah,
days
yeah.
for that as well.
Before it felt like you figured it out, even a little. So because you already went to the back from day one, big bang. But if you have to say, how long did it felt you since you started? Yeah, I'm start getting it right.
I think, do you ever wonder if you ever get it right? I think there's days where you think, man, where did that come from? And then there's days where you go, oh my goodness, it feels like I'm right from, you know, starting again. So
You never stop learning. Man.
yeah. But it only takes, in a session, it takes one good wave.
Yeah, then
One.
you're happy.
Then
I mean,
yeah.
how many times we go in, we paddle, terrible day, you get at one and you stoked. You
Yeah,
come out,
yeah.
oh, that was.
And it's normally when you least expect it. It's like,
My wife Engeline always laughs because so many times you get home and say, what's the best day ever? And I'm like, but yesterday you said the same thing. You know? How did you handle fear of a bigger wave early on? So bigger wave, we talk when you start learning it's smaller waves. So bigger waves, we don't mean big waves, we mean like a 5 foot, 6 foot day, which for any starter it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how did you handle that when you, let's say you went out with Tammy and them and you thought, oh my God, this is big. Wait.
no, I think like that even when it's small. So yeah, I mean obviously.
Scope is on the 3 foot.
Sure, yeah. It also depends where you surf. Some places you're more comfortable, you know, stretching the limits.
Mm.
I mean, on Muizenberg on a massive day is fun
Yeah.
if you can get to the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think certain spots you can like push the limits, and then there's certain spots where it's just gonna humble you, and
Always.
yeah, you you just don't want it so traumatic or so serious that you don't go back.
What will you tell your younger self before your first session?
When I grow up, I'll tell you that one.
Now, if you think of your first session and you're thinking back to that now, what would you tell yourself? You know, and it doesn't have to be the first word, but let's say in the beginning. To help you, I would say, just relax.
Yeah.
Even today, when we paddle out, even like the more harder waves, the more stronger waves, I have to remind me, relax, just relax.
Yeah. When you practice triangular breathing, it almost suppresses that call it anxiety.
Anxiety, yeah.
And that kind of helps to stay calm. Yeah. So I don't know if guys must just read up on it.
Yeah, I must say,
and
because pray.
Pray.
I must say for myself, I think of a lot of times to enjoy the environment. Yeah, because how many times do we surf with these dolphins around us, or even we see occasionally a penguin or some sort of seal or something, and you're so in that moment of you almost miss sometimes the beauty of it, because you're in this survival mode, and then as you build up experience, you know, like, hey, this is, even the worst cases is not so bad.
No, absolutely, and I think we have such a beautiful coastline, and there is such a small percentage of people that can actually say that they've been in the water, they've ridden a powerful wave, they've been amongst dolphins, and it's undescribable.
Yes.
You can't describe it to someone, but when you've experienced it, it's almost like, it's life.
A piece of gear or technique changes that made a big difference in your surfing?
I think it's those boards that you take up for the first time, and instantly you connect. You
Yeah,
know, it just
I've got one
everything
of those
feels right. And yeah, just ride that one as long as you can.
I bought myself now a Good Hope Influencer twin fin.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
that with the teardrop pin. It's like a twin pin, you know. And immediately it felt like my
Yeah,
first
yeah.
session was Big Bay, second was Big Bay again, and today I surfed for the second or third time in AZ. And immediately I connected with that board,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. So
I mean, not
So-
to provide Firewire, but like a Sci-Fi. The first time I hopped on the Sci-Fi, I went like,
yeah,
this is a Ferrari.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the amount of boards I snap its copies, I can't afford a Ferrari anymore. But one of my friends, Nicky de Villiers, said to me, "Your boards are too big. Your boards are too big." And I'm like, "Foam is your friend." And he says, "No, you can't get the rails engaged.
No,
You
so
know,
a
go
couple
small."
of guys told me, you're
Yeah.
going too big, you're going too big.
Yeah, and then I follow his advice and it worked. I don't say you go for a short board like a 5'10" or 5'6" or something, or what does Justin surf a 4'9". So that's not what I mean by it, but I mean surfing this 6'10" or 7 foot mid length, and we're surfing some West Coast spots, and he always says to me, because I'm light, he says your boards are too big, go smaller, and then I followed his advice and it made a massive difference.
Yeah.
But we were already on a place that we can catch waves and turns and do stuff, you know. So yeah, for me, I must say, was to go from that 7 feet range to a 6 feet range made a big difference in my surfing. And you would say, and if you listen to YouTube videos and stuff, a lot of them tell you, yeah, more foam, more volume. But then you listen to the shapers and they say, what's volume? Don't ask me about volume. Tails, fin setup, rails, all that stuff makes a massive difference.
The
If
more
you,
buoyant nose, they trim it down,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
then you can get easier onto the wave.
yeah,
I mean, look at a fish 6.0,
yeah.
got a bit of volume to it,
Yeah.
and it's yeah,
Got
it's just
width
easy
under
to get
your
onto
chest.
waves with.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, yeah, I think that is a good lesson for people that want to start. That's all, Mike. Thanks, yeah.
Good luck with the series and
Yeah,
yeah, keep us posted, man.
you're actually our first interview, so this is a good test run. So we'll get.
Let me
some-
know
we
if
must
we
get
need
Tammy here.
to redo it.
Will be great.
Yeah, I'm sure Tammy would love to.
We must get Tammy here. She's much more experienced than
You're
all
just
of
going to
us.
do something about the lightning. I'm not normally
Yeah,
this.
man, we record with a cell phone.
I'm good luck.
The best equipment in the whole.
I'm tanning here.
And the best equipment we have here in this whole studio we have is your watch.
It's tracking you. Lekker, all the best.
Oh,
man.
man, thanks.
Cheers,
yeah.
bro.